All right. So if you're solving, listen, if you're solving an equation using elimination, okay, what we talked about last week is the first thing we got to find is on one of the variables we need to have opposite coefficients. Okay, remember coefficients are the numbers that are in front of the variables, and opposite means one of them has to be positive, one of them has to be negative. Okay, so in this problem, we do have that already. One of our variables has opposite coefficients. Which variable does? Right. Okay, in this problem, the variable A has opposite coefficients because one of them is negative 3 and the other is positive 3. So they're the same number, but one's positive and one's negative. When you have that, okay, all you have to do at that point is add your two equations together, making sure all your like terms are lined up. And then once that has been the case, then you're able to eliminate one of your variables. So, all right. Here we go. If I add these together, what is 3a plus a negative 3a? 0. It's gone. All right. So, there you go. So what we did is we eliminated the a, and that was the goal, is that you eliminate one of the variables. Okay. So the next, 4b plus a negative 2b is what? What's 4b plus a negative 2b? Positive 2b, because that's a subtraction. And then what's 9 plus a negative 3? Hey, y'all remember plus and negative is the same thing as a subtraction? Okay, so that would be a 6. Okay. So, because the variable or the coefficients were opposites on the A, when I eliminated that, it becomes a little one-step equation now. And to find B, all I need to do is divide by 2. So B equals 3. Well, that's half of it. You still got to find A. Right. So just like when we're solving systems using substitution, you still got to have both of your variables solved for. Hey y'all, the side conversations that aren't asking me about this stuff up here is not okay. Thank you. All right, so now we need to go back and plug the 3 into one of these two equations. And since the top one doesn't have any negatives, that's what I'm going to use. And so I'm going to plug it back into this right here. So I'm going to have 3a plus 4 times 3 equals 9. And I'm going to solve that equation for a. So 3a plus 12 equals 9. Then to get a by itself, I need to subtract that 12. So 3a equals negative 3. And last step, divide by 3. So a equals negative 1. Okay, so what is my solution to this system? It's the ordered pair negative 1, 3. Remember, your solutions need to be in alphabetical order, so in this case, the A has to come first. Yeah, because you got A and B, A comes before B. All right. Questions on that? Okay, y'all want to do one by yourself real fast? With me walking around? No. Yeah. Okay, so this one, okay, you're going to do the same process. There is a variable that has opposite coefficients. Okay, so everybody can start working this one out. If you get stuck, that's okay. We can work through that.
Hey, so you subtract these.
Because you have the 3 and the negative 3, you're adding. So it's still an addition problem.
What y'all need to turn around? Mr. David. You come here at school. Huh? Are you gonna be here after school? Shut up. Oh, you mean his head? I was laughing at
Hey, are you supposed to be working on this problem? Okay.
No, don't do it.
There's too much talking going on. We gotta get going. Alright. So what's the first step here? Just add them because of what? Because the 3y and the negative 3y are opposites on the same variable. Okay? So that will eliminate the y. Okay? So 3x plus 2x is 5x. The y's cancel out, and then 15 plus 5 is 20. So you got 5x equals 20. Okay? To get x now, just divide by 5. So x equals 4. You haven't gotten both your variables yet, so that can't be it. So stop asking if that's it after the first variable. Okay. So now, which equation should we plug the 4 back into? The first one or the second?
The first one.
First one. And y'all, part of that is so that you don't have to worry about getting the negative on the y. It's not a big deal, but sometimes it's not. So in that first equation, where the x is, we're going to put the 4. So 3 times 4 plus 3y equals 15. So 3 times 4 is 12. Yes. Subtract your 12 from both sides. So 3y equals 3. And then divide by 3. Y equals 1. So x comes before y, so my solution is the 0.41.
What if we were behind the y?
Y. But the 4 is X. So I replaced the X with it. Okay, questions on this problem? Okay, hey y'all. Hey, let's see if we can get started. Alright, here's the next one. Okay. Hey, y'all, either be writing this down quietly or sit there quietly, but do not be getting loud and talking while you're writing it down. I'm going to ask everybody about it in a second. This one I don't want you starting on by yourself completely. Okay. So, okay, hey y'all. So with this system, what's the issue with this one that we didn't have with the others that we've done today?
They got 2 opposites.
Yeah, I don't have opposite coefficients. Okay. But what I do have is the same coefficient. So on the y, I have exactly the same. I have 2 y's on both of them. When that happens, what you can do is you can multiply one of the equations by a -1, and it just changes the sign and everything, and then I have my opposite. So, I usually just do it on the second one. So what I'm going to do is just kind of rewrite these. It's 4x plus 2y equals 4. That one just stays the same. But on the second one now, everything changes to negatives. So all I did is I multiplied the second equation by a -1. He could have multiplied the first equation by the -1 and the effects would have been the same. Alright. So now that we have opposite coefficients, now I can just add. 4 plus a -6 is a -2x. Those cancel out. 4 plus a -8 is a -4. Okay, let's stop the noise making, please. Alright, divide both sides by -2. X equals 2. Okay. Now you plug back in. So let's do that first equation. So 4 times x, which is 2, plus 2y equals 4.
And I've been doing everything you do. You like put stuff in pockets. Look, you're gonna like put stuff in pockets. I'm be here tomorrow. You know.
to solve for y now, I just got to, we're going to get about cells, so the first step is just 4 times 2. Then I subtract the 8 from both sides. And hey, y'all, the conversations again need to stop. Okay, that goes for you that are talking at this moment. I'm talking to you. Don't think I'm talking to somebody else. Stop talking. And the last step, divide both sides by 2, so y equals -2. So my solution is 2 -2. Again, you need to make sure that you put the x's and the y's in the right order when you put your answer in. And you will. Oh, sorry. Hey, y'all. Hey, that's enough. Hey, it's definitely no cussing zone, which is what I was getting hired up there and being loud. Yeah, I gotta ride a little faster though. I've already had that up there a while before I moved it.
Just keep my worksheet.
Jeffrey, move up. I know you. I'm a guy like you. Because for you, I know I work with you.
When he said on the side.
Alright, so now here's the next problem. Quiet, please. Okay.
You run around like,
Oh.
like you fucking with net.
Alright, there we go. Here's our issue. We do not have any opposites on this one, and we don't have any that are the same. Okay? So on that last problem, what I told you was that you can multiply something by -1. Okay? You can also multiply it by any other number. So it doesn't just have to be a -1.
Which number is we talking about? 'Cause I see 8 numbers on the board.
Ain't
no 8 numbers on the board. Hey, that X, if you take the X off, that's really a board I thought. You know,
It's these numbers.
it's like 12 numbers on the
Alright, so in other words, the numbers on the x's are 3 and 5, that's the coefficients. They are not the same, they are not opposites. The numbers on the y's are 7 and 2, they are not the same and they are not opposites. Okay? So what we need to do is figure out which variable we want to eliminate. So y'all tell me, x or y? Alright, we're going to eliminate x. So what I need is for the variables, or the coefficients on x, to be opposites of each other. So right now, I have a 3 and I have a 5. So I need to multiply each equation by something so that those are the same. And the easiest way to do that is to multiply them by the other one. So what we will end up doing is multiplying the top equation by 5. And the bottom equation, instead of multiplying it by 3, we want it to be an opposite, so we'll multiply it by -3. What that is going to give us is a positive 15x and a negative 15x. Okay, so you have to still get a common or an opposite coefficient, even if they aren't the same.
So,
Okay?
never mind. Just keep going.
Okay. So now to do this, I got to distribute the 5 to everything in that first equation. So 5 times 3x is 15x. 5 times 7y is 35y. Equals 5 times 15 is 75.
I want them all in, cause it's right there on that. I want them all in. Just be quiet.
I didn't say you are. I said don't have it out anymore. Stop getting defensive.
And he did get a little bumped.
Okay, second one. Multiplying by -3. -3 times 5x is -15x. Okay, hey y'all. That's enough. I'm trying to talk over people, and that's not very kind for me to have to do. -3 times 2y is -6y. -3 times -4 is 12. So now I have a positive 15x and a negative 15x, so I can now add the two equations together, and that will eliminate the x. So the x's are gone. 35 plus a -6. So 35 minus 6 is 29y. And then 75 plus 12 is 87. So to get y by itself, I need to divide both sides by 29. So y equals 3. Okay. So now we need to plug back in. I'll plug back into the second one. So 5x plus 2 times 3 equals negative 4. Okay. Hey, y'all, again, the conversations need to stop. And then we're going to solve for x. So start out with by multiplying the 2 and the 3 together. We're down to like 8 minutes left in class. Not bad. It's 9 times 10. Either way. Alright, subtract the 6 from both sides. So 5x equals negative 10. Divided by 5, x equals negative 2. My solution is negative 2, 3. Right here is a negative 10.
Right. When you come out of school, like whatever we ask you, that you can help us with. When you come out of school, whatever we ask you,
I'm not going to like take you and do all your homework for you.
but
I'll be glad to
show you how to do it.
You'll have an assignment, yes.
You gonna
And
do it?
some of it, if you don't do it in class, it'll be homework. That's what we'll We'll start off with tomorrow. Yes. Yeah. So let's talk about this real quickly. Alright, let's talk about this and then we'll finish up. You guys go finish talking. If there's already opposite coefficients, this is an extremely easy method. You just add the two equations together, you got your one variable, plug it back in to find your other. If it's not opposite coefficients, then you have to multiply one or both equations by a number to get opposite coefficients. Okay. So in the previous problem we did, we just had to multiply both of them by -1. In this problem, we had to multiply each equation by a different number. So either way, that's okay, as long as you choose the right number. You just need to eliminate one of the variables, and the easiest way to do that is just to multiply by the other number. So if the top one on X, you multiply by the other number that's on X. Okay. Alright. So the methods are not difficult, but the process sometimes is hard to see, and so we'll go through it again. My plan tomorrow is to give you about 3 or 4 problems for you to work as I go around and sit down at different tables and kind of help you out. And then from there, you'll get into your assignment. I've already got the agenda up for the week, so you can glance to see what's going on for the week. Any questions on this? All right, we're going to stop at this point, but all the loud noises don't need to be happening. I don't need you making weird noises or talking loudly. Y'all keep your phones put away. Y'all keep your phones put away.